Welcome back to the Bullish CEO channel, where I'm the Bullish CEO, where we discuss everything crypto. Uh, on this Saturday, we got a couple articles I want to talk about and drop on you real quick. So the first article comes from Cointelegraph. It says Telex Technology launches first crypto facilitating SIM card. So there's adoption. That's what we've been talking about. Cryptocurrency and telecommunication company Telex Technology announced the launch of the first crypto SIM card wallet that enables transactions via SMS. According to the company's Medium post published on August 22nd, the card allows its users to send cryptocurrency via SMS with their dedicated crypto phone. Notably, these transactions do not require a smartphone or an active internet connection, which is big because now you're starting to reach people who have access to phones but may not have necessarily access to smartphones and the internet. Well, so a lot of people have phones. Even if you go over to third world countries, they have phones. It might, like I said, it might not be a smartphone, or they might not have internet connection, but they're able to get their hands on phones. So this is big for adoption. It says, on the other hand, the system also offers no control over a user's crypto. That's one thing that they're gonna have to work on, because at the end of the day, that's the whole purpose of getting into cryptocurrency, is being able, you become the bank. You have control over your own funds. You don't look to a third party to oversee your funds. So it says crypto transactions on dumb phones is the bold title. So it says, as the crypto community tried to teach those new to the space during the Proof of Keys event in January, there are significant disadvantages in not having direct control over a wallet. More precisely, placing one's asset in a wallet managed by a third party forgoes the trustless, decentralized, and disintermediated nature of the technology involved, according to many crypto enthusiasts, which I agree. Like I stated before, that's the whole purpose of the whole crypto movement, was to now have access and control over your own funds, and not looking to those other third parties that control it and can take your money and no telling what they're doing with it, because that's just how it's been set up from the years of the whole financial system. So that's how they keep those less than 1% persons at the top. So let's keep it going. That being said, having your private keys managed by a third party often enables a higher degree of user friendliness. Telex also mentioned this in the announcement. So they stated here, at Telex, our goal is to make transacting digital currency as easy and accessible as possible. This means creating solutions that technically and non-technically people alike can adopt. We believe there is tremendous synergy between payments and messaging. Oh, this is big. So everything new is well forgotten old. Per the Medium post, the crypto SIM card is available in over 180 countries, allows unlimited SMS text messaging, and supports Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dash, and Bitcoin Cash. To execute a crypto transaction via this service, its users can send a SMS to any phone number. It's pretty cool. Lastly, the company promises to prevent SMS SIM swapping and phone number porting, to accept transactions originally only from proper SIM cards, to protect the wallet with a dedicated PIN number, and to provide backup keys in case of theft or loss, which is good. So they promise. So we gotta check back on them and make sure they holding up to their promise here. So a Cointelegraph reported in May, Sean Connessy, engineer manager at cryptocurrency custody BitGo, announced that he became a victim of SIM swapping hack. Man, that's big. But yeah, so man, You know, as you can see, we have adoption taking place. I have to look more into this company and see how big they are. But just a simple fact of them launching a SIM card now enabled for persons to send cryptocurrency back and forth is a pretty big deal. Let's see what else we have. Another article we got by ccn.com. Mark Carney's dollar killer digital currency threatens Bitcoin. So let's see. Mark Carney wants the U.S. dollar to lose its status as the global reserve currency, pitching the idea that the digital currency could take its place at the Federal Reserve's annual meeting in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. This is not the first time that someone is calling for the dollar to die and get replaced by a digital currency such as Bitcoin, but the fact that it comes from the Bank of England's governor herself is a big deal. Yes, that's a very big deal. Excuse me. You can see right here on Twitter at Bart Van Marsveen, a digital currency could dampen the domineering influence of the U.S. dollar on global trade, Carney said in speech at the gathering of central banks from around the world in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So this is a major deal. I mean, this is the governor of the Bank of England. You know, this is one of the central banks, and let's see what else it says. Carney wants the dollar dominance to end. The Guardian reports that the Bank of England governor was addressing fellow central bankers when he said that the dollar hoarding by governments has led to the decay of ultra-low interest rates and low inflation. He believes that the new digital currency could knock the dollar off its perch, Carney says. The dollar's influence on global financial conditions could similarly decline if the financial architect developed around the new digital currency and it's displaced the dollar's dominance in credit markets by reducing the influence of the U.S. on the global financial circle. This would help reduce the volatility of capital flows to emerging market economies. Whoa. Okay, as we keep going, it says the statement from Mark Carney is not surprising. In his capacity as former chair of the Financial Stability Board, Carney had said last year that the cryptocurrencies do not pose a threat to global financial systems or the global financial system. This indicates that unlike many other central bankers, the Bank of England governor has a welcoming approach to digital currency such as Bitcoin. So all that's going to do is just the domino effect. Once it falls, they just keep going. It just keep knocking them down. So you're gonna see a trend of more central banks starting to adopt digital assets, and everyone's trying to get away from that dollar. So we see that now going on in the news as we speak. So it says, after all, the Bank of England has been known to explore ways to include blockchain technology and bank-run cryptocurrencies in the past. But Bitcoin bulls should take his comments with a pinch of salt, as Carney comments don't bode well for the flagship cryptocurrency. It says why Bitcoin bulls need to be wary of Carney's comments. Mark Carney's proposed a digital currency replacing the dollar doesn't give Bitcoin investors much reason to celebrate, as the central banker is not a fan of unregulated cryptocurrencies. You know, as you see, you have a little post here. Let's see. Bitcoin has been bashed by central bankers across the globe for the very simple reason that they cannot control cryptocurrency because of its decentralized nature and hence cannot manipulate it. Right. They've been manipulating the markets for years, since the stock market and all the other markets have been created. You know, they had their hand in all of it. So don't think that Carney or any other central bank will shoot themselves in the foot by proposing Bitcoin as an alternative to the dollar. It says what's worse for Bitcoin is that the central banks have been working on their own version of cryptocurrency or wish to explore this path in the future. That's big. If they're telling us that they're exploring, they're going to wish to explore this path in the future, that means they're already working on it. So the possibility that one of them becomes an alternative to the dollar cannot be ruled out, as investors who are wary about Bitcoin's volatility might seek shelter in a stable coin that's backed by central banks. Yeah, that's major right there. Like I say, this is the governor of the central bank over there in the Bank of England. So think about how many persons he's tied to when it comes to that circle of the less than 1%ers. Let's see. Let's keep going on the last article what we got today from another article from Cointelegraph. We got ex-Morgan Stanley exec joins his former colleagues at Sennheiser crypto firm. So remember, ex-Morgan Stanley exec. So now you got the traditional markets merging with the crypto markets. So former Morgan Stanley Asia head of derivatives, Jeffrey Wang, officially joined Amber Group, a Sennheiser-based cryptocurrency company. As Bloomberg reported on August 23rd, Wang will operate out of Vancouver as the head of Americas for Amber. According to the article, he previously worked at Morgan Stanley with 4 out of 5 Amber's founders, and 2 of them, Wang Hu and Tony He, used to report directly to Wang. So it says no rest for the crypto market. This decision reportedly brought Wang back to work after taking the past 3 years off. He explained that the idea of fast-growing nascent industry where his experience will be useful is what convinced him to join Amber, adding. So the fact that this man was, on break for 3 years and now he's getting back with everything that's coming about, I don't think it's a coincidence, guys. As the more mature traditional markets are continuing to see compressed margins and moving to automation, the crypto financial market is still in its infancy. So that's what I'm telling you. I'm not a financial advisor. Excuse me. I'm not a financial advisor. You got to do your own homework. But the fact that we are here at the beginning of this new asset class, this is where the growth, this is where the money is going to be made. The persons who in at the beginning. I mean, it's going to be money made for years, but the real money is made at the beginning. And as you can see, we're still in the infancy stage. It says artificial intelligence for trading. So the Amber Group reportedly started in 2015 as a side project for 4 traders at Morgan Stanley. Michael Wu, Tatiana, Cole, I don't know who that is. Who and he, and Bloomberg LP developer Thomas Zhu. They began working on the project full time in 2017. Amber's aim is to explore machine learning and trading. As Cointelegraph explained in the dedicated article published in November last year, artificial intelligence and machine learning could help various trading bots to consistently evolve and develop. That's big too when you start to mix artificial intelligence in with with bots. So now they're gonna have an advantage and an edge over pretty much everybody. So with all this, persons they're just not coming out and doing this. You don't have the person coming from a traditional market over to the crypto markets if they don't see the potential of the growth that's to come. So that'll wrap it up for today. I want y'all to hit that like and subscribe. Come back and check me out. Thank you again. We out.